The last couple of months have been economically unstable for many Nigerians across the country, no thanks to the spiraling inflation and hike in the cost of petrol amid the current energy crisis facing one of Africa's largest economies. But the economy seems to be easing as the latest figure from the National Bureau of Statistics show a 1.5% drop in food inflation. The NBS Consumer Price Index report for August 2024 states that the food inflation fell to 37.52% in August from 39.53% in July due to a decline in prices of tobacco, tea, coffee, cocoa, groundnut oil, milk, and other tuberous products like yam, Irish potatoes, water yam, cassava tuber, and other products like palm oil and vegetable. Arise News hit the streets of the nation's capital, Abuja, on a market survey to sample the views of food vendors and residents in two major markets within Gariki and Wuse districts to find out if the NBS figures are in line with market realities. This is Wuse Market located in the very heart of Abuja, and I can tell you that lately this has not been the best place to go, owing and no thanks to the spiraling inflation cost on food items. But along the line, you know the stories of husbands giving their wives money or spouses to go to the market, and they come back with very disappointing tales, no thanks to the high cost of food in the market. And husbands have been forced to look at their wives in a spurious view, making some husbands to come down to the market to find out things for themselves. But lately, the federal government announced a drop in the cost of food items and in the cost of inflation. So we are here to find out if the drop in the inflation figures is in line with market realities. Come along as I indulge you in these findings. The cost of this tomato last week.
Last week they sell am 15,000, 20,000 myself.
Okay. So now there is a 10,000 naira difference. Now it is 5,000. Is it 5,000 naira last, or can I still price it more?
Last 5,000, sir.
How much is your 4 liter of olive oil?
55,000.
And how much was it last week?
Last week we sold for 52, but I went to buy it today. They are selling for me 235,000. So I have to sell one because it's four in a pack.
Okay, but how much was it last week?
25 because of the increase of the transport. I add money too.
So last week it was 2005, but now
2008.
but
Now it's 3,000 last.
Last month, we were selling a bag. As you can see, all these things, they are differently. It is not just, but let us measure on one. These ones that have ear that people mostly go for. We were selling them 210,000 naira. But this time around, it has gone up to 235,000 naira. You can see that rate of increase.
But many Nigerians want more reduction in the cost of food commodities, as they say the NBS figures are a mere temporary relief.
Garri wey we dey carry 115 before, now it's 3,000, 35 for bag. Before na 1,000, 115. Now it's 3,000, 35. Sometimes if we no see motor, 5,000 naira for one bag to carry across.
For price increase, of course, the fuel issue is very critical. For them to move it to town, it costs a lot. So maybe that's why the prices are still on the high side. And when they buy, they have to put all their costing into it before they sell.
Last month, it was expensive. We were selling this thing 6,000 naira. And some even were selling 5,000 naira. All right? The same thing that we were selling it that time, we are still as it is now, selling it.
While the federal government says it remains committed to bringing down the cost of food by ramping up production alongside partners in the private sector, some economists say it's still too early to start counting any meaningful gains after the spiraling inflation that has dogged the last 7 months. Other Nigerians believe that the easing in the headline inflation rate is due chiefly to the moderation in food inflation occasioned by the current harvest season, as farming families are currently consuming from their harvested produce. Well, I'm just coming out from the market, and indeed, we've observed a marginal drop in the cost of food items. But when you judge the real economic value of these items lately, and in terms of the cumulative toll it has had on Nigerians in the last couple of months, it's difficult to discern, and this can only be called a marginal drop. And for many observers, they will tell you that this is indeed just a drop in the ocean. From the Wuse market, Benga Ashuru, Arise News.